Welcome everybody to the episode 2 of the Disc Golf News. Welcome everyone to the Disc Golf News, and if you guys have been paying attention to the disc golf tournament scene, you know that the Memorial Championship just happened, and your winner, Simon Lizotte. He finally pulled it off after taking 2/3 and a second last year at the Memorial. Finally comes up and pulls out a win for him. He shot a negative 43, really great score, and in the second place was negative 40, and then who was that? Eagle McMahon. He's been playing great golf this year so far, taking a first and a second. Big things coming from these two Discmania team members. After that was Nate Sexton. Not too many featured. He was the USDGC champion last year, but he's been showing his talent up with that nice little sidearm Firebird. If you haven't noticed that his Firebirds are probably pushing around 150 right now if you want to go buy one out on Amazon. And other than that, taking fourth, not on the podium, was Ricky Wysocki. Very strange not to see Ricky or Paul up there on the podium, but let's just say that the disc golf scene has been improving with the Crush Boys and Sexton coming up on there, taking the top spots. Other than that, not this week, but March 15th or 14th, I'm not too sure, and I should know, my bad, but it's next week, Wednesday, I believe. The Waco Annual Charity Event is taking place and is part of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Last year's winning Jeremy Koning. I'm expecting great things from the scene. The Crush Boys again, Simon Lizotte and Eagle McMahon. I'm sure going to have a great performance, as well as Paul McBeth and Ricky. Don't count them out. They may not be starting off too soon, but hey, they're Ricky and Paul. They'll be up there on the podium soon enough. Other than that, power rankings. We did this last week, and this will be a weekly segment as we do have the power rankings. Number one, we're just going to start it off with Eagle McMahon. You can't count this kid out. He's a small kid, great power. One half of the Crush Boys. He took a first last week at the Las Vegas Challenge and a second this week at the Memorial Championship. He's putting out big stuff. I expect big things from him this season. Number two, the other half of the Crush Boys, Simon Lizotte. As he just came off this Memorial win, we can expect big things from him coming in later this season, especially those two putting out big numbers. Can't wait to see those long drives. And number three, because you can't count this guy out, even though he's had a slow start, Ricky Wysocki. I'm assuming he's going to pick it up once he finds his putting and his driving. It's going to be lights out from there, as he's going to be putting out some huge numbers and taking out some major wins, as I know he wants to keep his World Championship stride alive. Predictions for the Waco. It's hard not to go against these guys, the Crush Boys. We're talking about them a lot this week because they've been doing great things. One of them has to win it, right? You have Paul and Ricky on the scene, but no one seems to be able to stop these two right now. As they're just throwing long drives as they do, and they're just putting out great stuff in this disc golf community. But let's just talk about the Crush Boys. They've been putting out some great training out in Switzerland for 5 weeks. They lived together and trained on their disc golf scene. If you notice, when they play in the Jomez Productions in the Central Coast, you can see that when it gets even slightly cold, they put that mitten on just because to show that they're playing in cold temperatures and they like to keep their body warm. But other than that, they have the Discmania Academy out if you want to go check that out to learn better about your game. They host it, or they train on it, and you can just see that the training that they've put through has made them better disc golfers. And I think that just shows that disc golfers should put in some work if they want to get better. As we see a lot of disc golfers has been doing, as the Paul McBeth he said he dropped 30 pounds or something into the 160 range to get more power on his drives and just stay more fit in the disc golf community. And I think every disc golfer can learn from that, because it doesn't seem that being shaved might help your game, but it has a lot to do with your game, and it helps you be a better disc golfer all around. But that was this week of the Disc Golf News. Make sure you tune in next week, but make sure you keep throwing.